Alright, here's hopefully a super fast guide to speed Tal'Rashas for Season 28. A lot of people are looking at some of the Tal'Rasha guides that are out there for solo push, what's going to be like the 130, 150, but a lot of that is very slow. So when we're talking about speeds, how do we make it faster and hopefully make this something that can be gotten to very quickly? So nothing really changes when you're looking at skills. This all literally does not change. This will remain the same, which is great. You don't have to constantly be changing any skill set, and most of the gear will stay the same except for some key pieces. So we're going to drop the Grand Vizier and the Augild's bracers, and we're going to replace those with Guardians. We're going to drop the Tal'Rasha belt for the Guardians belt, and that is how we're getting 17,000 main stat and this level of toughness and damage. And then we are going to change the cube to have the Grand Vizier here. We're dropping the Smoldering Core. We don't need it for speeds with the mechanic of how it works. So you just swap out the Grand Vizier. And in the replace of the Grand Vizier, what we are replacing that with is Aetherwalker so that we can teleport on tap for arcane power. You don't necessarily need this. Truthfully, you could probably still keep the same exact setup, but just to show how fast this can be, we're going to put this here. Now, what's interesting is because we dropped the Tal'Rasha belt, we have to pick up another piece of Tal'Rasha's. You can either put it here in your source, or you can put it in your shoulders. Shoulders becomes kind of an open item if you use the source, so you can put whatever your best shoulders that you have are in here. As a replacement. But I use this because this is kind of an interesting piece of gear. If you notice, it says critical hits grant 3 arcane power. That is the exact same amount of arcane power on crit that we are going to be getting from the altar in Season 28. I was quite surprised to find that this isn't really that impactful. So a lot of people are talking about arcane power on crit being a really big bonus next on Friday from the altar, but you're going to see in gameplay, especially in speeds, when we're constantly using arcane power, that getting 3 back is not super impactful. It goes out faster than it comes in. So we're still going to be very low on resource all the time. If you're playing it correctly, you should basically be resource starved the entire time because you're going to be teleporting and casting meteors. Both have hefty arcane power requirements. We try to offset this by using Prism in Diamond Skin to reduce all arcane costs by 9, but again, it's still going to go out faster than it's coming in. However, the benefit of this is just the speed that we can run through rifts. So those are the really big changes. Again, from my last video, we have no augments on any piece of gear. This is no ancients except for the Aetherwalker is ancient, the Convention of Elements is ancient, and the Halo is ancient. Those are the only 3 ancient items. Nothing is auged, not even the ancients are auged. Nothing on the gear pieces is exceptionally great. They're not bad, but they're not the best that you could find. Outside of that, I'm not using any Paragon, so this is actually important. So in my last video, I was using 1200 Paragon. This video, I removed it all. Well, I could take this back. I did put movement speed in. I figured by the time you guys would get a full set of Tal'Rashas, you're going to have enough Paragon that you can at least supplement some of the movement speed. I don't have any on the boots, so the only compensation I put in here was just for the 25% movement speed. Everything else is empty. So this is to simulate pretty much the bare minimum of Paragon someone may have at about the stage that they would have a full set of Tal'Rashas, Nilfers, Aetherwalker, farming all the gear that you would need to make this work. You're going to have some Paragon, but we're going to treat it as if you only have 50 and you put all 50 into just movement speed. All right. Oh, I also put some more gear on my follower. It's still pretty empty. We're still using the Oculus Ring, the Nemesis Bracers, and the Flavor of Time. These 3 are really only the 3 items that truly matter on followers outside of T16 farming, in which you would put like a Sage's set here, you know, to farm DBs and everything else that you would want to use a follower for as bonus. But when we're doing GR speeds, the only three things that really matter are here. And of course, if you get the Shrine's last 10 minutes gloves, those would obviously go here as a benefit. Homing pads are nice, they're just an extra benefit, but these three are the only items that are actually doing anything for us. All right, with the power of fixing technical difficulties, we're going to do a GR90. And again, this time you guys should have sound. So first we're going to pop our buffs. We're going to do our teleport, so we get our 4 stacks of Tal'Rasha's buff. And then, as you're going to see, we're just going to teleport around, drop meteors. Meteors will automatically drop, again, due to Tal'Rasha's 2-piece. So we don't always have to be casting, but obviously when we come up to an elite pack, just to speed it up, there we go, then we can teleport, another elite pack up here, we can go for distance, it's already dead, another elite pack. Wish everything was an explosion so we could go faster. Alright. Bumped. Go. Collect. Go back down. Go back down. See the power of infinite teleport. We get a Condi. Away. Let's get its explosions. Alright, collect loot. Going. Going. Alright, next floor. You can see that this is just, instead of Hydras, Blizzard, wanting to just keep moving, having infinite teleport on tap is definitely a huge benefit. There we go, grab these, teleport, not the right way, let's go this way. Alright, and again, like any speed build, we're just elite hunting. Pack hunting, so that we can get the orbs, kill like good sized load of trash. We are stuck for some reason. There we go. Guardians is really doing a lot of the work here. With the main stat, oh, we have a power pylon now. Things weren't already dying in one hit, they are now. Guardians here already, and that's it. That's your GR90. About 2 minutes, what is that, 2 minutes 15 seconds. It's a lot better than slow walking around with the push build. So we'll go here, that's it. Oh, I didn't talk about this, but we will now. I also don't really have my gems leveled. So again, this is as if you had just gotten to GR90 almost. So Band the Trip is only rank 40, Band the Powerful is only rank 30, and Esoteric Alterations is rank 26. So these aren't like rank 150 gems or anything that we're using here. These are as if, again, you just got to GR90 and you've done a couple, like, you know, GR20, GR40, GR60 runs, and you've gotten a couple ranks in your gems. This is basically the baseline for like bottom of the barrel gem levels. But I could even pop these. I could probably even pop these out. We were one-hitting everything in here, so that's it. Pretty easy. 2-minute runs. Probably, again, the more power, the more augs you put in. And with the altar, you could be doing GR105s in 2 minutes. You could be doing GR110s in 2 minutes. You're just going to be teleporting around. But as you saw, when we are casting and teleporting, the on-crit arcane power, that 3 arcane power you're going to get from the altar really isn't going to be all that impactful. It's going to help, yeah, it's just not going to be like the substantial thing that it comes out to be because we have it on a piece of gear. So go back, watch kind of the run again, pay attention to the arcane power. You'll notice that we were pretty starved for some of it. But yeah, that's how you do speeds.